Okay, just to give you an idea, I'm trying to run this backup camera wire from the pillar, right? So I had the old wire. I'm gonna have to cut this, and because the wire is short, so that's from my old camera connection. So I'm gonna have to cut that. I already have some extra wire sitting around home for the video, and for the back wire, the power wire of the radio, is gonna get hooked up to the positive of this, so it senses when the current senses when the backup, when you put it in the reverse and it senses the current, the radio will then switch to it. Now I wanted to run the wire so it doesn't show up. I'm planning to run it from here, bring it down here. I opened up this panel. I kind of pry open it slowly and it came off. Then I have this fiber stick to run the wires in the wall, and I found a place. I put a flashlight on the other end of the radio here, put a flashlight, and I was able to see the light from the other end. And I'm planning to run those wires for the camera from here, kind of tuck it in here, probably tuck that in there and run the wires, and it will be perfect. The GPS, I'm gonna just clean it up a bit. I put like a plastic tape, and in my case I don't have a speaker here, so I'm gonna use the GPS sensor here. See how it works? I mean, if the signal is clean and if everything looks good with it, I'm gonna just leave it there. What I'm planning to do is though take out the tape and mount it properly, you know, rather than a zip tie and all that. So clean it up a little bit. And one of the problems I ran into is that this kit, dash kit I bought, the radio fits perfectly. Of course, don't buy the standard radio kit you see on Amazon for like $10. Don't buy those, because you're just Chinese radios. They're big, so it's not going to fit in there. I'm just gonna close the door because it's cold outside. Anyway, so that, and when I try to put this together with it, this hooks, it's kind of so tight in there, so it doesn't, it keeps popping this thing up, like, and I'm gonna think of fixing it. I'll tell you what I do with it. As far as the radio, it seems to be, it is working good. I just have to figure out all the different, you know, things with it. All the settings. I still haven't figured out how to get into the car logo settings. So once I get it all buttoned up, I'll go ahead and, you know, show you the finished product. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and install the video camera, a backup camera rather. Okay. Okay, so I found this. You may recognize this. I found this from the, you know, the ceiling mount for the fan and all that, and that's gonna fit perfectly here. I have the nuts and bolts, and I'm gonna mount it like this. The GPS is magnetic. The base is magnetic, so it will stick to it, and that'd be perfect fit. All right, I'll show you once it's done. Okay, well, I ran the wires, put the GPS on top of the, I had to straighten it out, and I think when I put the cover on the top, I think it's gonna work okay. We'll see. I just now tested, just rough testing again. Wanted to make sure everything worked okay. The backup camera, would it turn on when I put it in reverse? And it did. So again, just a quick update on what I'm doing. USB ports, I just, for right now, and the external microphone, I just tuck them in the back. That's like another day project. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up running it. I'm gonna have to drill a hole somewhere here and maybe put one of the USB ports in here, so, you know. Or I've seen someone else do something different where they pulled this piece out, you know, take those bolts out and put the USB port somewhere here or there, somewhere like that, inside it, you know, just kind of loose, put it in there. So that should work. Now the camera, I just noticed that the camera I have hooked up, not the greatest camera, but it does. It works, okay? So for right now, we're just gonna start putting it up together. Spent too much time already. Alright. I must say this has been a challenge. Had the GPS up there with the plate, and it was rather a little bit higher up, so it couldn't fit it tight. And I wanted to mention something else. If someone else has a question about how I mounted the radio, this is how I mounted it. Originally, this clamps wanted to fit here, but then it would put the radio out too much. Okay, so then I ended up mounting here. This hole is rather big on this clamp, so I had to put the washer. I used the screws they provided, because they said don't use the screws I have from the original radio, because they're too big, so it may not, it may damage something inside. I'm gonna again try to put it back in. Talk to you later. Guys, the radio is installed. Now, no, don't, if I take it up there, I think I messed up here. You can see it. You see that corner, left corner popping up? It doesn't fit perfectly. This, I don't know why. This one is not designed good. So when I try to put it in here, push it in here, it kept popping this up, out. So, with the intelligent I am, I'm sorry, not that intelligent, I decided to, take this. There are 3 tabs, 1, 2, and 3. Decided to bend them, melt it, with a hot plier. Kind of decided to bend them a little bit so it doesn't push this much up. Anyway, it worked better here. I mean, if it was same across, you wouldn't notice it. But here, I just can't get that in there. So I may have to get a new one like this. Right off the bat, the radio works fine. My reverse, and I'll show it to you. Reverse. Oh, come on. The reverse camera. And see, this is what I don't understand. Why is it taking so long? I just turned on the car. The radio was on. Why is it rebooting the radio? You see that? You see that? It comes on, but the radio was on all this time. So why do you have to go back out there again? I don't get it. So, anyway, that's my backup camera right there. And sometimes it's funny how it's working. Sometimes the backup camera shows like yellow lines from my prior camera. Sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know what's going on. Other than that, the camera is not great, but of course, the old camera. And here we go. That's the screen. I have checked out the Bluetooth. I still can't figure out how to do the car logo on it. I don't even know. This screen looks different than the one they have it online. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to figure that out as well. Now the Bluetooth audio sounds perfect, as well as the phone audio. It downloaded all the contacts. You just have to give the permission on your phone. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want this system to accept the download function and all that. So other than that, what you just saw, the boot time when I turned on the car, it just took a while. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out. Maybe there's some kind of settings in there. All right, enough said. Talk to you guys later.